Samson's life was marked from the beginning by God's plan, for even before his birth an angel appeared to his parents, declaring that their child would be a Nazirite set apart to the Lord, never to drink wine, eat unclean food, or cut his hair, because God would use him to begin delivering Israel from the Philistines who ruled over them. As he grew, the Spirit of the Lord gave him incredible strength, and one day while traveling, a roaring lion attacked him, but with his bare hands he tore it apart, later finding bees and honey in its carcass, which became the basis of a riddle he posed at his wedding feast with a Philistine woman. But when his bride revealed the answer, he struck down 30 men to pay his wager, sparking a cycle of anger and revenge. When the Philistines retaliated by killing his wife and her family, Samson burned with rage, capturing 300 foxes, tying their tails together with torches, and releasing them into the Philistine fields, destroying their crops, vineyards, and olive groves. And when the Philistines came for him, he was handed over by his own people, bound in ropes. But the Spirit of God came upon him with power, and he snapped the ropes like threads, seizing the jawbone of a donkey to slay 1,000 men in a single battle. Yet despite his victories, Samson's heart was weak, and in Gaza he spent the night with a prostitute, where enemies lay in wait to kill him at dawn. But instead he rose at midnight, lifted the massive gates of the city with their posts and bars, and carried them on his shoulders to a hilltop, humiliating his foes once more. Still, his downfall came through Delilah, a woman in the valley of Sorek whom he loved, but who was bribed by the Philistine rulers to uncover the secret of his strength. And though he misled her 3 times, at last, worn down by her persistence, he confessed that his power came from his hair, the sign of his Nazirite vow, and while he slept on her lap, she had his 7 locks cut off, so his strength left him, and he was seized by the Philistines, who gouged out his eyes, chained him in bronze shackles, and forced him to grind grain in prison. But with time, his hair began to grow back, and when the Philistine lords gathered in the great temple of Dagon to celebrate their god and mock their captive, they brought Samson out to entertain them before thousands of men and women inside and on the roof. Yet there, in his blindness and shame, Samson prayed earnestly to the Lord for strength one last time, asking to be avenged for his eyes, and guided by a servant to the 2 central pillars of the temple, he leaned upon them, crying out, "Let me die with the Philistines." And summoning all his might, he pushed until the pillars gave way, collapsing the entire building upon himself and his enemies, killing more in his death than he had in his life. And so he ended his days as both a mighty judge of Israel and a tragic figure whose strength and weakness alike revealed the power and mercy of God.